Hello there, I'm Fred. Welcome to the channel. In this particular video, which I'm very looking forward to talking about, My Little Pony: A Zephyr Heights Adventure. I'm sorry, I'm kind of giddy here because I am fighting the urge to use this video to directly respond to comments that were left on YouTube Shorts from my playthrough of this particular game. I am very much fighting the urge to directly respond to those. So if I'm giddy here, it's because of that. Because you can't believe how I would love to totally rip into the hides of some of the folks who left certain comments on the shorts over the course of the past week. Any which way, My Little Pony: A Zephyr Heights Adventure, A Zephyr Heights Mystery, mind you, is the sequel to My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure. And it actually does something wonderful. It improves in it's 6 times better than the first game. In terms of the characters you get to play as, you don't just get to play as Sunny, you get to play as Hitch, Pip, Zip, Izzy, and Misty. And each individual pony has their own little gimmicks that apply to the gameplay, as well as the actual plot and moving things forward, as well as side quests and just getting things done over the course of what is surprisingly a jammed-packed game in terms of content, because you have your main story, which in general will take, if you ignore doing the side quest, you probably get to the main story in 5 hours, maybe a little bit less. But if you're doing all the side quests, I can confirm the average over on True Achievements indicates that the average playtime for for total completion, getting every single achievement, is 10 to 12 hours. I can confirm that. My playtime was 10.5 hours. So you are getting a lot in there. So you have your main story that's taking up half of that, and then you have your side content that's taking up the back half. And for $40, which, you go off of inflation, this would typically be like a $25 to $30 game. It's reasonable. It's on par with, say, something like Saints Row: Gat Out of Hell, which, when that came out, a lot of people were complaining about its size as it relates to the price tag. Because it was, that was what it does there. But I'm also thinking in terms of My Little Pony, in terms of its intended audience. Yes, it is a game aimed toward younger viewers, but as well as people who are fans of the franchise. Because in terms of an actual gaming experience, as I said, this game is 6 times better than a Maritime Bay Adventure. You actually have a larger story. You get to explore different areas of Zephyr Heights. You have a mall area to explore, a downtown area, a theater area, an ancient station, the Royal Palace. Then you have a nighttime variant of the theater district area. Matter of fact, there are 7 major areas. Granted, one is a nighttime variant to explore. And there are plenty of things to do in terms of, like, okay, if you're wanting to stock up on Jericho from Gem and the Hologram's earrings, because that's what the star bits actually look like. And yes, I can make that reference. And if you don't understand that reference, well, look up Gem and the Holograms and look at the earrings. So you will understand. But there is just a lot to do here. There's just you got like 7 areas. You got 5 side quest ponies in each individual area that you're not going to rip through those side quests as quickly as possible, because there are some side quests where that can only progress when you unlock something that you unlock way later in the game, either via the main plot or by completing a side quest that you won't even have access to until after you complete the main story. So, I mean, there's just a lot here, and I can appreciate that. Again, for a $40 game where you have, again, 10 to 12 hours of playtime to get through everything, it's worth it. It is totally worth it. In terms of that price point, again, with what this game is, the intended audience, the style of the game, I can't complain about that, especially when I'm comparing it to a Maritime Bay adventure. Because I have to draw that comparison there. Now, getting into like the gameplay mechanics, one of the coolest things here, as I mentioned, you get to play as all six. You get to play as the main six for the Gen 5 crew, and they each have their own little aspects that are unique. Sunny, as you just see here, she can use her magic to make flowers grow. She also has wings where she can glide. She can also bring back her rollerblades, and you could run around town. Every character can sprint, but this leads to the next character we will talk about, Hitch, who has a detective mode, which is only used a couple of times. I kind of feel that could have been used a little bit more, but he can run through crates and stuff and smash and basically open up passageways, which becomes rather necessary at different points in time. Then you have, Izzy has crafting abilities. You don't actually craft items yourself. In some instances, you're just finding crafting tables and she uses them and you get star bits that way. But you also have like sometimes where she needs actual materials to fix and repair larger objects. Like Izzy is actually fixing like bridges and statues and bookcases. And there is another YouTuber who complained about that. Sometimes she needs materials to do something and sometimes she don't. Yeah, look at the actual fucking content of what Izzy is doing. She's using just a little crafting table here and there. Yeah, okay, neat. It's like she's just using it to do a little something. But if she's actually fixing a freaking statue, yeah, she is going to need materials. And of course, one of the running gags there was like, you can say, it's like, yeah, she fixed the statue, but she also put graffiti on it with her stylistic touch. Another running gag I had, I forgot to mention with Hitch, was, he's running headfirst into all these boxes. So yeah, he clearly has a concussion. Pip and Zip, the siblings, both being Pegasus, both can fly, both can glide, and both can create clouds, what you can use to cross larger areas, as you just saw there. But they also have one big story-related difference. Pip actually has a selfie mode where she, again, for actual plot-related purposes, in terms of taking photographs and such, and dispersing some crowds who, again, who are there to, bask in her glamorousness. She's taking an actual selfie, but she cannot step on any fans or sewer grates to fly and lift herself up in the air. Which is because, and the actual story reason is her hair. She's like, her hair is done up nicely for a gala that they're going to. So this leads to Zip having not only this ability to glide and create clouds, but Zip can step on sewer grates and large fans and get boosted up into the air. Fans can boost her up higher in the air, and when that's needed to find one particular item for an achievement, there's an actual hidden item there that you need that you can only reach with Zip. But you also have little sewer grates, and for like almost like the My Little Pony equivalent of Marilyn Monroe stepping on a sewer grate, and the ventilation just pushing up the old old dress in Marilyn Monroe's case, but in the case of Zip, is lifting enough in the air for them to do a flip. Which, okay, you get a little flip, get a little dip. Unfortunately, we have to talk about Misty. Who is a unicorn. Now, a lot of the crafting stuff in regards to fixing items with materials and things of that sort has went to Izzy. And a lot of the other magic related things, making flowers grow and also dealing with magical anomalies, obviously went to Sunny. So all Misty has is basically the power of empathy. She is basically the Mati, the Deanna Troy of the main six in this game. And yeah, she go around to make some like some confused guards and stuff feel better. But other than that, yeah, Misty kind of draws the short straw. Granted, she is related to the plot in terms of explaining what is going on with the actual mystery element, which is tied to Sparky. And what I discovered is that this game takes its inspiration from a particular episode of My Little Pony from the Gen 5 era, where this little baby dragon Sparky gets sick and starts burping up, creating all these foods and stuff, and he needs a smoothie to like make himself feel better. And it's like, hey, everybody feels better when they get themselves a tasty treat like a smoothie, so we can't argue with that. And the main story ends on a nice big burp, so it's like, hey, I can appreciate that. As a fat man, I can appreciate a game ending on a burp. One of the cooler aspects of this game is get back to you have 7 major areas. One is a nighttime variant, and each area has 5 individual ponies. And these side quests you can't can only be done in a certain like progression order. Like you find the individual side quest ponies, but you can't bang out their quests all at once. You talk to them once, okay, you go off, find another one, and find another one. And they basically is a little bit of a loop, but their individual quests cannot all be done at one time because some require emotes, which are actual emojis that you are collecting over the course of the game to use as reactions and to explain as to, hey, I heard that there was something going on at the palace. It's like, what was the cause of it? Okay, you need to show them like an emoji reaction of Sparky, for example. Or they asked about, you got one pony in the royal palace is asking, hey, do you know about proper etiquette? Well, you need to show them an emoji of Misty, which somehow is related to grooming. I'm not sure how, but we'll call it what it is there. But all in all, it's a nice little gimmick, and that's where a lot of the playtime gets forward to. There's a lot of backtracking and such, so which was a lot of fun to do. Once you understood the actual mechanic and how the side quests become available to everyone. In terms of recommending this game, if you're a fan of My Little Pony, definitely play it. Again, I called it when it was on sale, but I can safely say there is enough with its content to justify the $40 price tag. But considering it's a Hasbro game and how the first one, A Maritime Bay Adventure, never went on sale for anything more than 50% off, you're probably looking to, if you want to catch on sale, if it's 25 to 50% off, definitely pick it up there. If you are a parent and you have a child who's into gaming and they want to do some co-op stuff, unlike A Maritime Bay Adventure, you can actually do co-op stuff on-screen local couch co-op, and not just on one of the mini games. You can also do it with, you can have 2 ponies on screen at the same time. So one could be playing as Hitch, one could be playing as Izzy, and you can swap characters in terms of what's needed to progress the little story and the little adventure and the roaming around and the stuff like that. I almost forgot. There was also an area of this game where you could collect like some customization, like clothing and stuff for the individual ponies, but also furniture. There is an area called the Bright House I forgot to talk about, and you can customize that with different wallpaper, furniture, and things of that sort. So you get a fair amount of customization options to work with. So again, you can't complain about that. I mean, you actually have stuff to do. So yeah, definitely recommend that. Now, before I end this video, let me address those sad individuals who don't have the balls to play a game like this. Oh, sure, you can play Elden Ring. You can play Call of Duty. You can play Fortnite or Minecraft or even like Dark Souls. But you want to come onto my YouTube shorts and make fun of me for playing this? Hell, I have no problem playing a game like this. Like I said, I played a Maritime Bay Adventure twice on 2 different consoles. I actually have a physical copy of that game for the PS4. So what makes you think I'm ashamed of playing a game like this, especially if I'm recording a video talking about it? Right? And I'm addressing your comments here because let me point out something here. This YouTube channel was created at the back end of 2019. All right, it does not have everything that I've played on it because I started streaming on Twitch in 2016. It was like 2015 is when I created the Twitch channel, I believe. And 2016 is when I really started playing, doing things dedicated to it. Over the course of the past nearly 10 years. Okay, 8 years at this point. I have played numerous games. I have played Diablo 3, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I have played The Quarry, Until Dawn, Persona 5, Persona 4, and Persona 3 Portable. I have played Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I have played Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War 4, Gears 5, and Gears of War Judgment. I have played Overwatch, Paladins, Smite. I have played Call of Duty Warzone. I have played Bloodborne. For all about an hour in the case of Bloodborne, because that game was fucking awful. I have played Virtual Fighter 2, Virtual Fighter 5, I've played every single Street Fighter game on stream from the thanks to the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. I have played numerous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, Out of the Shadow, Turtles in Time. I've even at one point in time played some arcade games like Bucky O'Hare. We've played the Simpsons arcade game. We have played Disney Pixar's Brave 3 times. We have played the Mass Effect trilogy countless times, including Andromeda. We've played Dragon Age Origins. We have played hundreds of video games over the course of the past 8+ years. All right, I am not ashamed of any game that I've ever played. Why? Because I'm someone who enjoys video games. I have played Super Mario Odyssey. I have played Alan Wake. I have played The Evil Within 2, Beyond Good and Evil, Star Trek 25th Anniversary, Sam & Max Hit the Road, Indiana Jones, The Fate of Atlantis, Day of the Tentacle. I've played The Dig, nearly every single game in the Monkey Island series. I've played Sea of Thieves. I've played God Eater Resurrection. I've messed around with Monster Hunter Rise. I've played several Pokemon games. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Pokemon, Let's Go Eevee was the one I played. Pokemon Shining Pearl. Pokemon Violet. All right. And a lot of those games, since the beginning of 2020, I've been keeping in this journal here. I've been keeping track of every single game I've played on a nightly basis. All right. So it's like, hell, I played Divine Knockout, and Hi-Rez is shutting that down in February. Right? I played that. I played Realm Royale. So you think you can come on to my channel, on my YouTube Shorts, and try and mock me for playing My Little Pony game? Look, when you play as many games as I do, when you stream as often as I do, you need to have variety. You need to have, there's like the old palate cleanser. You need something that's like, okay, kind of short. You need something that has some charm. Because prior to playing this, I was playing Dragon Age Origins, all right, and I put in like 40 hours on the main game, and then like another 10 to 15 hours on the DLC content, give or take. So yeah, I needed something to break that up. It was like before I move on to something else. And My Little Pony: A Zephyr Heights Adventure was a perfect game to fill that spot, especially since I'm looking to play Life is Strange Double Exposure this upcoming week. So it's like, you want to come onto my channel and mock me? I say this. Y'all are so, if you want to do that, I would like to kind of quote Shorzy from Letterkenny. Your lives must be so pathetic. I'm going to run a 15K marathon to raise awareness for it. Paraphrasing, of course, there. Because this is, of course, assuming that I can actually run a 15K. Now, I'm 300 pounds. I can barely run a mile. but my point is made. I can make fun of myself because I know what I look like. I know what I sound like. And there ain't shit that y'all can say that's gonna like make me feel bad for playing a game like this. Because as I said, when you play as many games as I do, when you stream as often as I do, sometimes you need something different. And I'm proud, completely proud, to have played My Little Pony: A Zephyr Heights Mystery. And I'll say this, but one more thing. If you've mocked me but never played the game, I'll say this right now. I have more guts than you. I have more courage than you when it comes to gaming to actually play a game like this and promote the fact that I not only played it, I completed it and I enjoyed it. Y'all don't have that courage when it comes to whatever games you play. Anybody can play Call of Duty or Fortnite and things of that sort. It takes a gamer with an open mind to allow themselves to play something outside the proverbial box. So on that note, like, comment, subscribe if you're so inclined. And we'll see y'all in the next video. And matter of fact, the next two videos on the channel, next Wednesday and next Friday, will be episodes 12 and 13 of the Daria reactions for season 3. So we'll be wrapping that up next week. And then we'll be starting season 4 of the Daria reactions on the first full week of November. So till then, tighten your friendship bracelet, stay safe, have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye.